All right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's Cryptic Crossword for Tuesday, the 21st of July, set today by Brummie. First, let's have the Cryptic Clue of the day. Yesterday, hard bunny cavorting in AM or PM for 7. Well, PM, Prime Minister, was the definition, and I saw someone online saying if it's Tuesday, there must be a new Prime Minister. Andy Burnham, anagram of hard bunny inside AM. Well done to Reaver139 and everyone else who got that one. Today, bayonet practice 3-7. Bayonet practice 3-7. First word begins with R, and the fourth letter of the second word is O. All right, let's see what Brummie has. Nick and Henry Bird, 4-4. Well, nick can mean to steal, to pinch. Oh, Henry can be a scientific quantity abbreviated to H. So, but what's 4-4 more likely to be? I think it might be more likely. I can't think of any birds that are hyphenated. So maybe it's H and then a 7-letter word, and it's going to mean Nick. Oh, what's the rhyming slang for Nick? Oh, I can't think of that for the moment. Tough comedian without name, 8 letters. Name can be N, so I think we have to think of the name of a comedian or another word for a comedian, and it's going to mean tough. No, I don't see it. Just a second to remove top, doubtful, 4 letters. Well, removing top, I think, is going to be removing the top letter. Yeah, is it going to be, what would be a word for just a second? Like hold on, wait, coming. And then I think the definition would be doubtful. Yeah, don't get that. A core island sun god, 6 letters. Well, I think, what do I think? I think the A is going to be an A. Core island. I think it will be a sun god. Was Apollo? Ooh, core? Oh no. Yeah, core something. Adonis? I mean, island could be IS. But who's the sun god? I want to say Apollo. Don't get it. All right. Depend on getting in support for a music genre, 7 letters. I think it will be a music genre. I think depend on could be rely, getting in a word inside a word for support. Leg or bra comes up a lot. And the music genre. Well, if depend on is rely, Rely. No, can I do anything with calypso? No. Yeah, if it's leg. Oh, why am I not seeing this? Wizard at foot of elder tree, 4 letters. Well, the foot of elder, I think, would be the last letter, the R. And, oh, yeah, I think we've had this tree before. I don't think I'd ever heard of it until I started doing the crosswords. a wizard at something could be an ace, and then the R from the bottom of elder. And I think there is a type of tree called an acer. All right. Oh, pink. We just had carnation the other day. Pink cattle pen, not right, 5 letters. Ah, I used a form of this word in my alliteration crossword that some of you suffered through. Um, a cattle pen could be a corral. We take away one of the R's for right, and we're left with coral. All right, fig, pear, almost turn out to be the possible basis of fad diet, 10 letters. Fig, pear, so weird there. I think we're going to have an anagram of fig. I think PEA, pear almost, and then turn. And we're going to anagram that. Out is telling us to anagram it. Now it might be almost turn and we drop the N, but I am thinking with the I and the G, we might have an ING ending. And so then we're going to have fig, oh well, FG, oh no, FPEA, and TUR. Oh, but it could, I may be wrong. Maybe it's going to be a fruit something. Possible basis of fad diet. Yeah, I'm going to have to come back to that one. Chestnut, one replaced with ring for crop protection, 6 letters. I think we're going to think of a chestnut, which could be a conker. One I think is going to be I, and inside a word for chestnut that's going to be replaced with an O, a ring, for crop protection. I don't know what crop protection would be, and what a chestnut could be an old joke. That old chestnut. No, all right. Back to the across. Oh, speaking of fruit, articulated fruit is not fair, 4 letters. All right, articulated meaning spoken. So it's a homophone of some fruit. And it's going to be not fair. Is that fair as in fair and lovely, or fair as just, but not fair? Yeah, I don't get that. Left and right wings of party turn back, collapsing into ruin. I think we're going to do something with L and R, but I don't know what turning back. Oh, maybe we're just going to reverse something. Hair loss ultimately comes before anxiety, 6 letters. I think it's going to be hair. Loss ultimately could be S. And then we need a word for anxiety. What hair is it going to be? Scalp or barnet? Yeah, don't see that. Are fired, sacked, being thin, 8 letters. Well, that reads very oddly. So are fired, 8 letters. I think that's going to be sacked or anagrammed. And it's going to mean being thin. Ooh, like the air, I think. Rarefied. Ooh, I think I would have misspelled that if it wasn't an anagram. There we go. Oh, so it's not fruit then. That's good to know. All right, let's try the anagram helper. And I think drop the R and then have olive turn. Oh, pig, pig. That'll do, fig. All right. Oh, dang it. What did I do that for? All right, take two. Fig, P, turn. Uh, Possible bases of fad diet. Yeah, what's going to come? Oh, I think the T would probably have to come between the F and the ing, if I'm right. Uh, yeah, I'm not so pre-ofting. Yeah, I think the ing must be wrong. I mean, there's so many fad diets. Who knows? Herald's power decline, 7 letters. Oh, could a herald be somebody who speaks and therefore it's a funny homophone indicator? But don't see it. Hearing of pub expedition, neighbors start off, 7 letters. Ooh, I mean, hearing definitely sounds like a homophone, but then neighbors start off. We've seen that sort of verbiage when we take the start off a word. Pub expedition, a crawl or a binge. Yeah. Or maybe it's taking away the neighbor's start, the end, taking that off of a pub expedition. Bar. Pub can also be PH, public house, or inn. Yeah, it might be a type of a hearing, a legal thing. Oh, let's try 15. 3-3. Stand for election, ironic, and get through all the booze, 3-3. Um, well, stand for election would be run. If someone, if maybe their tone is ironic, you might call it dry, and get through all the booze, run dry. All right, maybe that is in infield, no. Panels damaged, try pitch. Well, the Y there and try pitch being 8 letters, I think we're going to damage our anagram to get panels. Ooh, yes. A triple panel thing, a triptych. I believe that is try pitch. All right, let's try. Twin drying aid, lidless, 6 letters. Oh, I think it is going to be a twin. I'm thinking of Romulus and Remus, or maybe a word for like a double, a doppelganger, a twin. I think we're going to have to think of a drying aid and take off its lid, its first letter. Bath towel, tea towel, air dryer. That's a drying aid. There are chemical things you can sprinkle down that absorb. I don't know what that is. Poet's wife and enforcer, 7 letters. Ah, I like that. Wife can be abbreviated to W. An enforcer might be a hitman, and we get Walt Whitman. He seems to have been like incredibly popular at the beginning of the 20th century. Vaughan Williams and a lot of other composers set his poems to music. I don't know how well it's aged, but I'm sure there are some Walt Whitman fans out there. All right, Shrewd, US composer making records, 8 letters. I think US might be A for American. Oh, shrewd could be astute. Well, that's too short. Yeah, no, maybe it is going to be a US composer. What would be a short US composer? Can't think of a short name. And then making records. Cutting, taping, laying down tracks, man. Don't know. All right, I've skipped around. Dialect reveals smooth love lives, 6 letters. The only thing I'm thinking is that lives can also be read as lives, which might be is. Is it a dialect ending in IS? And then what's reveals doing? Yeah, I'm baffled by that one. Kids rental bike fixed, 5-5. Well, rental bike is 10 letters. I think we're going to fix that, anagram it, to get kid, which could be a young person, could be a young goat, but it could be to tease. But rental bike. We do have, I'm trying to do something with the K, and the T is already spoken for. So I'm thinking of break something rather. To kid, though. All right, let's try the anagram helper, and at least can I not hit the wrong button. Start. Acker Bilk is nearly in there. Albin Ertek. Oh, it could be something like Rugrat, I suppose. Oh, blank. That's going to leave 3 vowels in the second half. Blank retie. Yeah, don't think it's that. Oh, ankle biter, of course. I knew there was a term like rugrat, ankle biter, yes. My brother used to love saying that. Maybe still does. Twin drying aid. Oh yeah, that's our twin. Yeah, don't see it. I mean, maybe lidless is the definition, not wearing a hat. Like Chief Wiggum, the suspect is hatless, I repeat. Drugs defense involving college that's associated with Houdini. 10 letters. What is a college that's associated with? I think the definition is that's associated with Houdini, and that would be escapology. So drugs, I think, are ease. Defense. Defense, you might make an apology, and that between the drugs and the apology involves C for college. Very nice. Oh, herald. No, it's not a homophone. Power is P. To decline might be to precede, and it's herald as a verb, to precede something, to herald it. Very nice again. Let's try bottle essential parts, 4 letters. Well, bottle can be slang for bravery, and the essential parts of something I think would be the guts, the inner parts. Easy, massive return with little initially invested. So massive could be big. That returns, and it has the initial letter of little invested or put inside it, and an easy retort would be a glib retort. That's our shrewd, our making records, no. Devout, bawdy, and buccaneering, 6 letters. I know that devout, again a word I only learned from doing this crossword, can be pi, I suppose short for pious. And then a word for bawdy. I mean, I'm thinking of something to do with pirates, but I don't see how bawdy is right. I mean, I'm thinking of rude, pyrude. Is there another form of pirate? Well, let's see if that could be. Oh, that was our dialect. It's not going to be like pig Latin or something. Reveals smooth love lives. I am thinking, though, there is some language, maybe more dialect than spoken somewhere. Wales or the West Country. I could be completely wrong. Yeah, I mean, I could be completely wrong about my devout being pie. Buccaneering. Oh, bawdy is racy. Buccaneering as a noun. Piracy, of course. All right, shrewd. U.S. composer. Copeland or... No. A game of kiss and tell, perhaps, with time for Latin, 8 letters. I think it's going to be a game, which could be a game animal. I think kiss and tell, perhaps, with time for... maybe it's going to be a Latin, as in a Latin nationality. It's not Argentine. Anyway, they really blotted their copybook, didn't they? Not for the first time. Yeah, maybe it is a game, like a short one, Go. And then I was thinking kiss and tell could be maybe expose with time. Could be T. Oh, for Latin, maybe the Latin word for. Oh, our Latin can be abbreviated to L. Don't quite get it. Ram's a laughing stock, 4 letters. I think it's a double definition. Probably ram as a verb. What's a laughing stock? Don't see that. All right, I picked up a little bit as I went along, but Not a great first start. That was my hair loss ultimately comes before anxiety. What is a word for hair? Locks, bangs, no. All right, I think I'm going to pause and try and work this anagram out on paper since I'm having no luck with the anagram helper. Ah, no, I had it the wrong way round. Also, I'm not sure I was recording there. Oh dear, I'm going to have to go back and check and see how I messed up this time. Anyway, I think it is fig, pear, and then almost turn. You drop off the N. Yeah, that makes more sense. And we get grapefruit. Very good. All right. That's the chestnut. One replaced with ring. Crop protection. I'm wondering, like a riding crop, do you put that in a sheath or something? Yeah, some kind of like insect net. No. All right, this was our left and right wings apart, turn back, collapsing into ruin. Yeah, I think it must mean collapsing into ruin. Don't quite think what's, oh, something disrupted or no. And here's our pub expedition. Neighbors start off. I don't think it begins I double N. Ah, but it could be a homophone of in and just IN. Then expedition. Ah, but what's neighbors start off? Yeah. Injured. No. So now a T I think is patois. Yeah, I was thinking this might end in O for love and is for lives, and of course it is. I think smooth is pat. A bit like glib. I wonder if there's a bit of a theme. And I think reveals is just a linking word, that a word for dialect reveals the wordplay. Anyway, I'm fairly confident it is a patois for a dialect. That's our game of kiss and tell, perhaps with time for Latin. Yeah, don't see that. All right, shrewd. U.S. composer making records. I'm wondering if composer, you can say that you compose a crossword puzzle. So could this be instead of the usual Brummie or setter? Yeah, then making records. Something like accounts could be, but obviously it's not accounts. I'm confident in my glib. So maybe, but make some kind of records. Oh, archives. No idea how this is working, but records could be archives. Shrewd is art. Oh, and of course, Charles Ives, yes. I should have thought of him. And archives. All right. Oh, Skittles fits as a game, but can I make it stick? Game of... Oh, I think it's... Wow. Ah, it's an anagram of kiss and tell. So kiss and tell together, perhaps saying to anagram, but that has too many L's and it's missing another T. So T for time replaces L for Latin. All right. So start off in... There's an incursion. Is there a word? Incurse? I don't know. Hearing of pub expedition. Neighbors start off. No idea even where the... If it is hearing... Oh yeah, it could be a hearing, and then what I was saying earlier about taking the N neighbors start away from the in. So hearing is not a homophone, but I think it might be the definition. But and then a word, I can't think of a word for expedition. And then hearing. Oh, a quest, of course. Yes, and an inquest would be a hearing. Dear, oh dear. All right, but I'm finally getting to grips with the lower half. That was my Rams a laughing stock. No. Oh, did I look at this one? I don't think so. Crew strive to get leader replaced. I think it's going to be crew, which could be the past tense of to crow or to boast. But I think the wordplay is a word for strive with a different starting letter. But unlike the time for Latin, I don't think it's going to tell us what to put in there. Strive in 5 letters with that G there, which I'm fairly confident. Escapology, I think that's what I would call it. Crew. Oh, an 8. Ah, yeah, we had that as part of wordplay yesterday. I think strive might be fight. I think that's how that is working. And we just changed the F to an E. Ah, of course, to ram your head into something, to butt. And the laughing stock, the butt of the jokes, of course. All right, there's our twin drying aid, lidless. What is twin, if that's the definition? All right, I'm going to pause, think about the vowel that comes second, and sip me water. I think I was on the right lines when I said a double, because a ringer... Now, I would always say a dead ringer, but of course you can't just say, oh, you're a ringer for so-and-so. And it is... A drying aid is a ringer with a silent W. All right, bottom half done. Just need to get to grips with the top. Depend on getting in support. All right, I'm going to scribble down on a piece of paper. Now that R is interesting. It could be a word, part of the support word, but I'm thinking it might actually be depend on. Anyway, music genre. Let me pause and think about music genres. I think depend on, I think is count. I was really thinking it was going to go inside. I think it's going to be country music. Depend on, count. Getting in support. Yeah, maybe it's not country because I can't really explain the RY. I'll make a note of it in case it stays in there. What would that do for our collapsing into ruin? I wonder if it could begin with C, contraption, left and right wings of party. I mean, maybe party goes backwards. Ah, no, maybe it's... I don't know. Yeah, maybe we're just switching around the first two letters of party and the right two. But then collapsing into ruin. Yeah, maybe we have to have a charade of left could simply be L, or port. Right could be R. Tory. But I was thinking if that was party, then I might have my Y here, but that would be in the wrong place for rely. And I can't see, yeah, that fitting inside something else. All right, if country is right, then yeah, I don't like the O at the end for Nick and Henry Bird. Cockatoo, cuckoo. No. All right, I think I'm going to pause and look up who the sun god was. Yeah, it could be Apollo or Helios. But then I'm wondering now if maybe A is A and Core Island could be the inner letters of island LA. And then we have a word for sun. Oh, sun can be S. So, oh, maybe ASLANO, Aslan O, or Aslans. No, don't really like, yeah, I really don't like that. Oh, and since I couldn't really explain, depend on getting in support. I mean, it has railway in support, but nothing to do about railway there. This is tricky. All right. Let me pause and think about old Nick and Henry Bird. A great clue. I looked up the Cockney rhyming slang. It was at the back of my mind. Half inch. So the bird is definitely a finch. Oh, Henry, of course, can be Hal, as in King Henry in Shakespeare, Prince Hal. Ah, very nice, Nick and Henry Bird. All right, I am actually pleased, relieved it's not country music, although I do like some of the older country music. Depend on getting in support. So that H is part of support, if I'm reading this right. What is the music genre? I may have to just go through the alphabet and try and think of some genre and hope I know it. Yeah, nothing coming to me there. T, trip hop. Now, there's our old chestnut. Just don't know what crop protection is. No. All right, I think I'm going to have to fall back on wordplays.com and find, I think if I get this word, maybe that's going to give me the nudge I need. All right, well, one of the words that matches is bankruptcy, which could be ruin. But I have no idea. We have party, but where is this? Oh, maybe back. Party back and oh, turn actually. Oh, left and right wings apart. Yeah, why did I not think of this? So obvious P and Y. Turn back, another 8 letters. And that's all collapsing or being anagrammed into ruin, of course. All right, here's our chestnut. Oh, I do remember a word from one of my brothers was a keen gardener and my parents were, and I think there was something called a cloche. Ah, a chestnut is a cliche, and you replace the one, the I, with an O, a ring. I think it's the French for bell, and I think it was sort of a bell-shaped net that you would put over your strawberries or raspberries or whatever. A cloche. Yes, there's a word I haven't heard since boyhood. Wow. And yet I can't remember words I learned yesterday. Oh dear. All right, so depend on getting in support. I have a feeling there's a Southeast Asian music called Bhangra because we do have bra on the outside for the traditional support and hang. Yeah, I think you could say, oh, everything hangs on this. Everything depends on this. Is that right? I'm going to leave it in. Apologies for any noises you can hear in the background. Oh, right, so it's not Apollo or Helios. Acor Island, Sun. Ooh, there is the Greek, or not Greek, Egyptian, see what I mean? Anubis. Oh, the core I think is the nub, and then island is IS. Very nice. Oh, anxiety of. Ah, I had it the other way around because it's one of those Yoda clues. Hair is a tress. The loss ultimately comes before it, and anxiety might be stress. Very nice. That was our tough comedian without name. Yeah, don't see that. And then just a, yeah, I don't know, just a second to remove, oh, iffy. Just a second is a jiffy. It removes the first letter. Oh, so now our fair ends in Y. Articulated fruit. Berry. Um, but no or homophone of berry, it means fair. Oh, it could be a fair as in a village fair. What other fruit? Perry, no, that's the drink from pears, right? Yeah, not getting that. And tough. Comedian without name. I'm wondering if it might be the name of a famous comedian. But what's a word for tough? All right, I'm going to pause and think about what the first letter might be. All right, I wasn't getting it, so I had to go to word plays again. Yeah, a tough is the definition. A tough might be a gangster. And without name, it is a comedian. Yeah, I was really reading that the other way around. That you think of a longer comedian, take away the N, but it's just saying the word for tough is comedian when you take N away. All right. The fruit must be the ugly fruit with an I, and then is not fair is ugly. All right. Tricky, I thought. Check out that I've been thinking that a lot lately. Confirm. Um, looks like everything stayed in place. Was there a theme? Don't think so. There were some similarities between some words. Anyway, let's head on over to 15 squared. All right, the blog today is by Menehi. Thanks to Brummie. Fun puzzle with some tricky cluing. Oh, couldn't find a theme either. I think I followed everything eventually. Took me a long time, but I got there. 27. Yeah, I just wanted to confirm that was fight for strive. And then, yeah, gangster, tricky. And yes, music genre is Bhangra. I must look some up on YouTube. And everything else I think was good. First pass was barren, downs are more fruitful. Oh, got the grapefruit early. Some new ones for Michelle. Yeah, I'm not sure how familiar that word cloche would be to many people. And I'm not sure how I dragged it up. But anyway, very entertaining puzzle. Northwest holding out the longest. Really liked, mystified how bankruptcy worked. Yeah, that tricked me as well. Love the Cockney slang. Oh, KVA, who's like one of the stalwarts here. I would have thought they would have known half inch before, but we all have different experiences in life. Surely depend on means hang on, not hang. Yeah, but I think we've seen that kind of looseness before. Anyway, slow burning entertainment, waiting for the builders. Yeah, you need something, all right. All right, well, a lot of fun as always. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day.